Hello YouTube, in this video I will be showing how to change the engine oil on this 2022 and 2023 Nissan Sentra. I will be showing step by step and sharing a lot of ideas and information, so stay tuned. So what's so special about this oil change? It's a new car, it's a new design, it's just like anything else. What's so special? Well, the thing is that you have to remove a engine protector, and I will show you that later on the video. Also, what is special about this oil change is that this is the first oil change for this car. It is a brand new car. First, I am using ramps to lift the car off the ground. And if you want to see how to remove this engine protector, go to the link in the description. There you can watch the entire video on how to remove this engine protector, and I will be showing you step by step and why it's important to never remove this cover, always keep it on. So go and watch the video now. Once the engine protector is off, the transmission and engine are exposed, and we can see the new design. This is the first time that I look at it, and there is a lot of space to work on the engine or transmission, to do repairs, stuff like that. However, there is very little protection against pebbles or objects from the road hitting the engine, so there are pros and cons for this new design. Now I am getting the car off the ramps so that I can pull the cover from underneath the engine, and so that I can have enough space to change the oil. And also I have to make sure that the car is nice and level so that the oil comes out. Again, here's the under engine protector, and probably in a near future I will be cutting a hole around the oil pan so that I don't have to remove the entire cover every time I change the oil. So that's probably happening in a near future. Next, I will be removing the engine cap so that the fluid comes out nicely, and using a 14mm socket I will be removing the oil pan plug. So like I said before, this is the first engine oil change, and for that reason it's a little bit special, because this is the time when most of the metal shavings from the engine come off in the oil, and for that reason I will be gathering some of that engine oil so that I can look at it later on. And all those metal shavings are due to the break-in period. Next, I will be removing the engine oil filter, and it's also very important to change this filter, especially after the break-in period, so that I can get all the metal shavings from the engine. And I usually replace this oil filter at every oil change. It is very important. And here I don't like the new design so much because the oil filter goes in horizontally instead of the older generation where the oil filter went in vertically. And this way, when you remove the oil filter, a lot of oil drips down the oil pan and the crankcase. So I don't like this design so much. So this car came with free oil changes up to 20,000 miles, so that's like 4 free oil changes. So why am I replacing the oil myself? Well, the reason is because I like doing it myself and I like to do it the right way. If you want something done right, you better do it yourself. And I will be cleaning all this leftover using a rag just to remove metal shavings, just in case. I like to do things the right way, so I will be cleaning those leftovers. And now I am replacing this copper washer, and you can use this washer 2 to 3 times, but I will be replacing it just for this video so that I can show how it's installed. But like I said, you can use it a few times. And also I am using this torque wrench. I am using 25 foot-pounds, and this is for the drain plug. So after it stops dripping, I can now install everything back in place, including the engine oil filter. So this is a very low car, and as you can see, the front tires are sitting on top of a 2x4 pieces of wood, and still there is very few space or clearance. So you can use a shorter wrench, and I actually have to stretch my hand because I cannot fit my body inside that space. The challenge comes when you get the torque wrench in there. So now I am using the torque wrench, and I will stop after I hear a clicking sound. So I like filling my oil filters with oil. However, since these go in horizontally, you cannot fill the oil to the top because it will drain once you try to install it. So I am filling it halfway so that the oil filter absorbs the engine oil, and now I can install it. And you should only use your hands when tightening the oil filter. However, for this time I use the wrench. I like to clean the engine oil pan and everything, so whenever I come back the next oil change, if I see oil, it will be easier to spot oil leaks. And so now it's time to fill up the engine. However, I cannot keep my funnel in place, unlike the older generation where the funnel just sat still. On this one I have to hold it the entire time. And now I will be using from 4 to 4.5 quarts of full synthetic engine oil, and you have to make sure it's GF6SP. And after I'm done, I will be warming up the car, let it run for 5 minutes. And you can also check for oil leaks under the oil plug and oil filter. And while the car is warming up, I will be recycling the old engine oil so that I can later take it to an auto parts store. Never drain it down the sewage or grass. Always take it to an auto parts store near you. So a total of 4 quarts came out of the engine, including the gray container and the glass container. And then I can now install the engine protector, and once I'm done it looks like this. And so that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.